crafting products on sale, on clearance, and higher end. So recently, about a month ago, somebody had posted, one of the groups I belong to on Facebook for crafting, somebody posted that there was an 80% off sale at Michael's on their summer products, whatever's labeled summer. And I was being lazy and I didn't go, so I missed out. So I think 2 or 3 weeks into that sale, I happened to go to Michael's for an unrelated sale reason, and I came across briefly the 80% off section. And what I found there were some really neat things. Now, I found some metal dies and some coordinating stamps. These were normally $12.99. I'll show them to you. Don't go running because they're probably not there anymore. There was very few when I went. Like, this is a dinosaur with the dinosaur coordinating stamps, cling stamps. This one is like popsicles and ice cream cones, really cute. And now these were regularly $12.99. If you were fortunate enough to use your 40% off or 50% off coupon, I'm super cheap. So on certain things, I would never have paid $12.99 for these, because to me, the metal die is not thick enough quality to warrant a $12.99. Even though I'm getting stamps, these are super cute. Look, it's the little unicorn floaty. I mean, 80% off. I think I paid $2.60 for each of these, which is a steal. It's a steal, and of course the unicorn. I couldn't pass it up. I love Uni. Important. Yes, and you get the die, the metal die, and the coordinating stamp. No ink, just these items. Now this is what I would call, this is sold at Michael's. It's the Reflections brand. Again, it's probably, I don't want to say Spellbinders is a thin die. I do own some Spellbinders. They work better through my Gemini electric die cutting machine, which I personally have not found great success using my Anna Griffin Cricut dies because they're much thicker. I know some of you out there have said you can do it. I tried, I can't. But Anna Griffin's coming out with her Empress, I think in October, and I've got my eye on that because I don't know what it looks like. I just know she said it's electric and it's not going to be made by Cricut / Cuttlebug. But on the higher end are the Anna Griffin die cuts, and these, I'm not going to lie, they're gorgeous. This particular one, and if you've received cards from me, I haven't really made any this year, hardly any, but if you receive cards from me, these dies will cut, if you can see that, will cut these pieces out, and they're really neat, just beautiful. And I mean, this is, if you know Anna Griffin, she's all about Victorian, antique, vintage ephemera, I think that's the right word. And the cards don't have to look like this. I've made cards, Christmas colors, Halloween colors. You know, you can do whatever you want. I've done, for my niece, I do Star Wars. You know, you can do whatever you want, but some of these, and these metal dies are really, really thick. Yeah, and they will cut. I use a Cricut. Like I said, I have a Gemini, but I'm not loving the Gemini. But you can do so many different things with these, and this is the higher end. And I will tell you that these will take a beating, and they do really great through the Cuttlebug cranker. I don't have a Sizzix Big Shot. I do want to get one. These, and I haven't used these, obviously. I'm so super guilty. But this is the Halloween version that came out earlier, a couple months ago. And they are so super, wait, there it is. Okay, so these are super cool. You got a witch, you got like a moon. Those are really she's cool. It's a witch riding a broom. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, look at this gate. It's a gate with, and you got like a, I don't know, stuff. You got stuff there. You got all kinds of stuff. And these will, if I get to make Halloween cards, I don't know if I will, because time is growing short. These, can you imagine these in blacks?
Oh, they'd be amazing.
In glitters and silvers and oranges and just distressed ink.
That would be amazing.
Or black over orange, and these would just make the most beautiful cards. And here's a sample sheet. If you order Anna Griffin, she usually always will give you instructions on how to do your plates, your sandwich plates for your Cuttlebug. But these are examples of some of the cards that you can make. Of course, it doesn't include paper. It's just the metal dies. It's just the metal dies. But beautiful. You can make some really neat stuff with this. And these metal dies, like I said, they're not like inexpensive. They are an investment. Some of your crafting tools are an investment. You are investing in crafting, in art. And they will last forever. I think one year I made a gazillion Valentine cards, and I ran those heart dies through the cuddle book.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times. I must have made over 200 hearts, different ones, and they came out great. So, you know, just it's an investment. You can buy the cheaper ones. I'm not saying that they won't last, but I can tell you that I could bend this very easily, whereas I could not bend these other ones. It's much harder, they're thicker, the metal is a lot thicker on these dies.
Well, you just have to you have to really research and pay attention and know when you're getting a deal. If you're getting a deal and it's something that's going to be a one-time use or not last, and you have to keep repurchasing, that's not really a deal.
It's not
right?
really a
So
deal.
you really have to look at what are your core investment, and that's with anything, but especially for art and crafting. What's your core investment pieces?
Yes.
What are the things that are going to hold up, that are going to take the beating? Like the dies, I'm very hard on my products, so I really need something that's sturdy. So I've invested in the pricier items because they've lasted longer, and I've tried a few in the very beginning when I was starting out and didn't want to spend the money because I didn't know on things like that weren't the best quality, and I just blew through those, and I realized that they just weren't worth, you know, the cost. So it just really depends. If you're first starting out and your budget's slim, like mine was, you certainly can, but if you want longevity and long-term use, then you really, as you go along, you're gonna have to figure out what's worth that money. And there are things that are worth spending the money on 100%. I mean, there's a distinct difference
There is.
in the art and crafting world, for sure.
And if you don't know about a product and you think it's expensive or it's maybe out of your budget, YouTube it.
Yeah.
Look for a video. There are people like us, you know, we're not professionals, we're just kind of like doing our own thing, whatever we like to do, but people will put up reviews. I've seen reviews and they'll show you, hey, this is a great product, I use it in this machine. I would look for a video. And along the lines with Anna Griffin also came out with those dies. She also came out with the Vintage Fall Decoupage die cuts. Now these, I believe, were offered in either earlier in the summer or in August. I don't know. I'm going to be honest, this box sat in my car for about 6 weeks, and I just opened it last night because we were doing this video. So this probably was a June, July item, and because Anna Griffin likes to put herself way out in advance, and these are really cool. You can use these in conjunction with die cutting, and it's just, some of the stuff in here is cute.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cute. It's very kind of country, I don't know what you call it, country, vintage. Again, she uses a lot of her images come from ephemera that her mother, I believe her mother has in a collection, or she owns. So a lot of it is French too. If you go to more of her like flowers, it's pieces that she's purchased that were like 200-300 years old from estate sales in France.
Goodness,
it's
incredible.
Like wallpapers, and she reproduces those flowers. Is how you can get. But there was some Thanksgiving items in there. Giving thanks. There was some just
So it's like a whole holiday pack.
it is
it
was a holiday pack, and she also gave you some small little sentiments if you're making a card. Some of these say like my sincere thanks, or so grateful, or best wishes.
Blessings, yeah.
All different kinds of stuff. And really all you need to make a card with this, you could get by with just cardstock paper. If you wanted a nice sturdy card, 65-pound cardstock would be great. And then some other paper. You don't have to go super expensive. You could go, you can buy this type of stuff and then mix it with sale paper.
Yep, absolutely.
There's so many things you can do. You don't have to go full on Anna Griffin. You don't have to go full on,
or one company,
one
one
brand. Yes.
Yeah, no,
yes.
I mean, I mix brands, but I mean, like you like Anna Griffin, and I like Ranger products, right?
Yeah.
But I do mix other brands and depending on what I'm looking for. But I want to touch on something that you had said, that Anna Griffin stuff comes out early. That is not only her. In the world of crafting in particular, if you were looking to make Christmas cards, I learned the hard way. I wanted to make my first set of Christmas cards, and
I think I received one from you. I still have it. I keep all my cards.
yeah, and mine are on a different level than hers. She's like way next level compared to mine.
Because I'm extra.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, her Janie stuff is incredible. It's
I'll
gorgeous.
tell you I'm extra.
But I will say,
I'm extra.
I don't even know. I think I started September, October, thinking plenty of time. And when I went to the stores looking for Christmas papers, they looked at me like I had two heads. And apparently it can come out early summer, not late summer, early summer.
Yeah.
So I realized that, yes, if you're looking to do any holiday stuff, 6 months sometimes,
Yes.
you're looking at 6 months ahead to get that particular art. Not that nobody's going to have it. You're probably going to find it on clearance like I did. If you're looking in September, even August is late. So if you're looking to do cards or looking to do holiday items, do not go in November looking to send anything in December, because you're going to be really frustrated and either pay a lot
cards,
more.
you can buy the pre-made cards.
Pre-made, but not handmade. And by the way, timing-wise, you want to give yourself extra time.
Yeah.
When you're starting on new projects,
Exactly.
it's always going to take more than you thought and cost more than you thought.
Yes.
So the idea that you can make it, cheaper is false. It's just not true. There are some people that can, but the bottom line is anybody who does crafting will tell you that's what we tell our husbands, but it's not true.
Don't look in the trunk. Don't look in the
Yes,
trunk.
and don't hide your stuff in the trunk.
There's nothing in the trunk.
Get more strategic on where you're hiding your crafting items. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying if you do,
there's nothing there for you to see.
find somewhere else.
There's nothing ever. There's never anything good in the trunk. Don't ever.
Yeah, lose the key to the trunk. break the little thing so you can't open it with your husband around.
And I will say, because some people have heard me say the old Janie and the new Janie. The old Janie's going to tell you something right now. The correct date for you to send out your Christmas cards is the day after Thanksgiving.
Yes, correct.
That is the proper day to send it. And I can't give you a date because Thanksgiving doesn't always fall here in America. I don't know who's going to see this video. The Thanksgiving is the last Thursday of the month in November. Okay, that's the whole
And it's
pilgrim
tradition.
thing. We're not going to get into that because I'm indigenous. Lisa is indigenous also.
That's
my
right.
niece is indigenous. My family's indigenous. Part indigenous. So we're not going to get into all that. We meld our things together, and we, as Americans, we love holidays.
Yeah.
We love holidays. It's family time. It's people time. It's friend time. So if you're going to be sending out projects, you should have started already.
Exactly.
Slacker time.
Because
right
it is traditional to send it out after Thanksgiving. With that being said, though, don't kill yourself for it. Don't go crazy over it. I was a traditional person for years, and it had to be within a day or that week, and I would have major anxiety if I didn't. And the last few years, if you get a card 8, you're really lucky. You're welcome. And if you get it before Christmas, double bonus. I really like you. Family, that doesn't mean anything. I love you all, but I'm just saying. And if you live further, you're probably going to get the card first. If you're in Arizona, well,
That's true.
I'm not killing myself for it anymore.
That is true.
I love doing it. I love sending stuff. I am not staying up for a 24-hour period because there is a deadline of that first week of Thanksgiving. Right? So with that being said, there is a deadline, but it's art and it's crafting and it should be enjoyable.
Yes.
And you shouldn't drive yourself crazy and pull your hair out and trying to make that deadline. I don't send it in February because it's going to be ridiculous. People will talk about you, and they should. But just be cool about yourself. Don't get too crazy about it. You're supposed to enjoy it. I've been known to stay up till 3. I know she knows 3 or 4 in the morning, trying to meet a deadline or my own deadline or society's or whoever or the crazy in my head. And I've not slept for days doing that. And then the art and crafting wasn't enjoyable, and it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Because at the end of it, I was exhausted and I couldn't really enjoy the process and be happy with what I created because I just wanted sleep, and then I was so frustrated at that point. So don't make yourself frantic, people. It's not the end of the world.
That's right. Crafting should be fun. Once you turn it into work, we've been there. Once you turn it into work, you no longer want to create art. You no longer want to create. You no longer want to craft. And once it becomes work, you no longer love it, and you leave it, and you close the door, and you lock that lock that you installed, and you pretend it doesn't exist. So, crafting isn't for everybody, art isn't for everyone. Some people are bakers. That is still an art form. That is still a form of crafting to me. I love to look at people's creations in any way, whether it's painting, whether it's photography, whether it's card making. There's all different kinds of art forms and craft forms out there. And you know what? When you give something homemade, I firmly believe that it's the awesomest thing, because anybody can go out and you can go to Dollar Tree, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Target, you can order on Amazon. Anybody can go and order anything for you. And with some things, yes, please don't make my makeup for me. I will buy my eyeshadow. You don't have to make me makeup. That's okay. But when you give a gift that you made, and you know that person, if you know that person and you know that they labor on things, you know that they put everything into that.
It's a part of yourself. You're giving a part of yourself.
Yes, you're giving.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And it is not only a Christmas card for you to display if you want, but it's also a gift. People, cards alone. To make one card, when I've made cards for people, on the most extreme of when I go like full on crazy on that card, it's a 6-hour process for one card.
Absolutely.
6 hours, because I take into account the person, the color of the paper I want to use, the embellishments, the die cuts. I have to create and make. Sometimes it is a process. So I am giving a lot of myself to you. So what you do with that card after I send it to you, that's on you. But it was a gift. You can do what you want. When people give you a gift, it's yours. You can do what you want with it. But just know that when people make something, it is truly from them.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, believe it or not, that homemade card is like the price of 3 Hallmark cards at.
That's a fact.
I am not joking.
That
doesn't even take into account the time that it took to make it.
Yes.
So just know that crafting can come in many forms, and I hope that Lisa and I have inspired you to craft, to create art, whether it's journaling. She's giving you her top pick. It's Ranger for inks and other products. Seek them out. Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Joann's,
Hobby Lobby, Michael's.